Good morning and welcome to Shamanic Sundays. Hey, Pops.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. How are you all doing today? Leave a note in the chat. We want to hear from you. Thank you for being here with us today. And whether it's your evening or your morning, we appreciate you joining us from wherever you are in the world. If you want to share that too, that's always fun for us to see where each other is at. We happen to be in Santa Barbara here right now. Beautiful morning and grateful to be here all together. So thank you. You want to start us off with a prayer?
I'm grateful to the Creator, Great Spirit, who gives us the opportunity to be here through the breath of life, and thankful for the technology here that we're using that helps us to connect through time and space. Thank you for our ancestors through time and space, wherever you may be and where we live, and our families and our communities, and even the challenges of our lives in these challenging times that push us to go deeper inside, to connect with spirit and open ourselves to wisdom guidance about how to create responses to the challenges that can truly open the doorway to bring through healing, true transformational healing in this world that needs so much of it. So gratitude for Sacred Right Now and opportunity to join together.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for ancestral wisdom, teachings of all of our elders carried on through the generations, and especially since this is Shamanic Sundays, those who have been instrumental in your teaching, your learning, in your shamanic practice.
Yeah, I was just thinking about some of them earlier today when I was doing my meditation.
Can you lean forward a little bit? I'm afraid the microphone's not going to get you.
How fortunate I feel to have met and spent quality time with elders from different traditions, now all in the spirit world. But I continue the relationship with them in my prayers every day, and connecting with them and with gratitude, and continue to open for their guidance and help, and they walk in my path. So I feel very grateful.
Yeah, thank you. I just had an idea. I'm going to say a name, and you share one thing that comes to mind of a teaching that you got from each of them. First thing, I mean, it could be fun, it could be, serious, whatever pops into your mind.
I'm always serious.
So let's see, Rolling Thunder.
Poison ivy. Poison oak, yeah, in California. Poison ivy is back east, I think, where I grew up. Used to get bad poison ivy. When we lived out in San Geronimo Valley, when she was little and her sister was littler, for many years in the country rural setting, that there was a patch of the yard where poison oak would grow up every year, and I'd have to go out there and cut it down so it didn't just take over the whole yard. I'd always be careful about it, clothing, and wash my clothing afterwards and try not to touch my skin. But this particular time, after doing that, I woke up that night and my whole body was flush, and I said, oh no, here comes the poison oak. I wasn't successful in what I tried to do, and I could feel myself starting to freak out, because poison oak usually takes some time to go away, and it's not fun. And I could feel this all over me. And then I remembered some time I'd spent maybe a month before that with Rolling Thunder up in this camp in Carlin, Nevada, in the desert out there. And during our time together, he mentioned about the importance of when you take a plant's life, that you need to explain why you're taking its life and make an offering for it. And I realized when I felt that dreaded feeling of anticipatory poison oak about to come on, that I had taken all that poison oak people's lives, plant spirits' lives, without explaining why I was doing it or making an offering. And so I thought to myself, well, it's never too late. So when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go out and to where the dead plants are, and offer some cornmeal and explain why I did what I did, and apologize and give thanks. And I was going to work internally on reducing my anxiety inflammation from thoughts about, oh, it's going to take a week, it's going to be horrible, pulling the plug on all of that, and just surrendering into the wisdom inside of me that knows how to heal. It's in all of us. And the poison oak went away in 2 days. It's all gone. So gratitude for Rolling Thunder, to that teaching reminder, and for so many other good medicines that came through our time together.
Doña Julieta.
Doña Julieta was a Mazateca curandera who worked with the mushrooms and with the Salvia divinorum, the plant. And when she came up to leave her village for the first time and do some speaking and workshops and retreats and ceremonies in Marin County, back in the 80s, I guess, or 90s, I don't know. We spent I let her use my office at the time for a week because people wanted to see her individually. And she said, you want to sit in with me? So I sat in with her for the week, and she shared with me all the teachings and medicine work that she was doing with the people. And we had a good time. She had a good sense of humor, and she liked my sense of humor. And I remember when we were walking out of my office once to my car to drive somewhere after the day was over, the workday was over, I had a car with a little handhold thing that you could push the button. Beeper, yeah. Push the button on it, and it would beep.
Control for opening the door.
Yeah, and it would beep. So she didn't know anything about that. So I was walking over to the car. I said to her, I've got some magic with cars. I can make cars talk to me. And she looked at me, and with her eyes rolling around, and we kidded around a lot. Yeah. And I said, watch. And I said, we were about 10 feet from the car, and she couldn't see the thing in my hand. And I said, hey, coche, ¿qué pasa? And then I pushed the thing, and it honked a couple of times, and she jumped up and she laughed. So we had a good time together, and another wisdom elder bringing medicine of the feminine that was a big teacher in my life, and continues to be so. Gratitude to Doña Julieta and the Mazateca people, and the mushroom medicine that's being used by so many people today. Actually, I'm doing an individual journey with somebody Monday using that medicine. So gratitude for sacred plants and the indigenous elders who teach us respectful relationship with the sacred plants.
Isn't she, Doña Julieta, one of the elders that you said was a little more serious most of the time, like could be a little more, it wasn't her?
No.
Oh, I don't know who that was. Okay. So from Doña Julieta, always bringing laughter, bringing through humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
No, we had a good time. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. And we joked around and had a really good time. She called me Tomás no más.
Do you want to tell us why?
Well, she just did rhyme, we'd just be goofing around, kidding each other, just Tomás no más, like. Yeah.
Cute. Okay. What about Arvel Looking Horse?
Fierce. Arvel Looking Horse is a big guy, 6'4", holder of the sacred pipe in the Lakota tradition. I think he was the 18th holder, passed down from a white buffalo calf woman who brought the pipe to the people so many generations ago, and taught them how to use it to create a great spirit. Actually, I'll be doing I was gifted with a pipe many years ago, and my pipe was blessed by Arvel Looking Horse. And once a month, I do a prayers with the pipe at the end of the month. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. So I send those prayers out to all the people that I'm involved with, and everybody listening to this, we're involved. So some benefits of those prayers will be coming your way tomorrow.
So you've talked about him, like when you think of what you learned from him, what do you feel like the most important thing you learned from him?
Well, he was a very serious guy.
Yeah.
Very serious. And he taught me how to use the pipe in a good way. And so I could feel the strength of thousands of years of a tradition that he was holding and carrying on, and in terms of letting me know what respectful right relationship is with the pipe, and using alcohol for 4 days before you take that pipe up for prayers. And if you have a drink of wine or a beer or whatever, then you have to wait 4 days. You can't leave with the pipe because it's disrespectful. So he taught me many ways of being in a respectful, right relationship with these traditions, and which ones were okay for me to use and which weren't okay for me to use. Mm-hmm. And the pipe, using the pipe for prayers. He said, when the people need prayers, then you pick up this sacred pipe, this chinupa, and they use it the way I taught you.
Yeah. That was quite an honor that he was willing to teach you how to be with the pipe.
Yeah.
And let's see, Guadalupe de la Cruz, your adopted grandmother.
Big heart.
Yeah.
Just big heart, and her love for children. She wasn't able to have children, so she took on all children. Any children that came into the village, didn't matter what color or size or shape or religion or nationality, just took in all children. Had such great love for children, and her generosity of spirit, and her honoring of the feminine energy and wisdom and power. I remember one time she said to me, you can never repay your mother for the blood she shed in giving you birth. So she had that honoring of the birthing process of the woman who carries the baby, which she wasn't able to do, but she carried it deep in her heart with respect and reverence, and passed that on. And also, she really emphasized the importance of, if you're in a marriage relationship, that do the work you need to do to make that be a good thing, and treat your partner with respect and appreciation. Gratitude to Grandmother Guadalupe for all of her gifts that she keeps on giving from the spirit world.
Yeah. Also, what about Lanny Pinola?
Lanny Pinola, my Homo Miwok brother, who unfortunately died prematurely, as far as I'm concerned, because of diabetes. A couple of days before his wedding ceremony, which he asked me to do, and I was honored to get to do. So I remember the first time I met Lanny, walking into the roundhouse, the ceremonial roundhouse of the Homo people up in Marin, that he was like a ranger caretaker of. I walked down the narrow entranceway down into the womb of the earth, dug out in Mother Earth with a ceiling, a wooden ceiling, beautiful architecture of the Pomo roundhouse. And there was a sacred fire, and he was sitting by the fire with somebody else, and I had a cigarette that I had in my mouth because I was bringing that cigarette into to do a prayer ceremony at the fire. And so I walked in, and Lanny looked up, and he didn't know me, and I didn't know him, and he said, "There's no smoking in here." And I said to him, "I'm not doing a regular smoke. I'm brought this is sacred tobacco. I'm bringing this in here to do a prayer." So that opened his mind up, that I wasn't just somebody walking in there unconsciously and disrespectful, but that I understood about how tobacco is used respectfully to pray with, and the fire. And so it just like opened up, and come on in, sit down, and here, the doorway's open for you to do your prayer. So I did do a prayer there, and that, and thanked him and the Pomo people and the roundhouse there, and that just opened a door of connection to where we became over time like a brother friends. And I connect with him. I've got a nice picture of him in my spirit room, and connect with his spirit every day with gratitude, and other Pomo people that he introduced me to and we did ceremonies with. So gratitude to Brother Lanny, and I miss him.
Yeah. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So thinking of like kind of channeling those elders that you learned from, and having this moment to take our community through a visualization as they prepare for the week ahead, because I just read recently that like 75% of people that work on Sunday, they start feeling anxious about the week ahead, and things they have to do, or dynamics at work, things they have to get done. Of course, in today's world, many people work 24/7. So I think that's shifted a little bit, but for a lot of people, still Sunday brings up a lot of anxiety.
When I was, excuse me for interrupting,
Yeah.
but I was in school, high school, which I didn't really go to that much, but nevertheless, Sunday night, I would always have anxiety about all the tests and papers and everything I hadn't prepared for. And either I was going to stay up late trying to squeeze something out or just bag it.
Mm-hmm.
But I always had that anxiety. So Sunday night sucks.
Yeah.
At school tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. So thinking of the teachings that you got from your elders, and a couple of tools, if you could maybe walk folks through a little visualization to bring in some of those teachings and wisdoms as tools for the week ahead.
Yeah. Well, we've got a free tool, free power tool every morning. Father Sun comes up from the east, free pouring of light, love, intelligence, cosmic wisdom, creative power, healing, energy, every morning when Father Sun comes up. So that's a tool that's available to us to just, when you get up, go outside, face the east, or if you're in a city, face the east, and just let your vision go through the buildings and everything and connect with the fact that there's energy coming from 93 million miles away in space that brings us life. And that if we open to it, we can use to charge our batteries up for the day and to polish up our stardust and open our pipes so the love flow energy that's the essence of our being can flow. So I just invite everybody to, whatever time of the day you're listening to this right now, just taking a moment to orient yourself to where Father Sun is in the sky right now. Just kind of send your energy feelers out into the environment and sense into where Father Sun is. And for me, it's over this way. So opening ourselves to that energy that's pouring into us, opening ourselves to receive it and let it flow through our entire bodies, our power, empowering all our physical and physiological and energetic and cognitive functions that the wisdom inside of us knows how to do every day to promote harmony and balance and to heal and restore wellness and build high level wellness, just opening to receive that gift that comes to us freely. As if our tanks are totally empty, seeing their tanks being filled up from the toes up through the ankles and up through the legs and all the way through the whole body, being filled up from that light pouring into us. I hope you have a word, the kopavi, for the opening on the top of the head, that when babies are born, you feel that opening, the fontanelle, and it gradually closes up physically. But through spiritual exercises and practices, you can open up energetically, so that connection with spirit is wide open, opening our kapavis to our higher selves. The Hawaiians call our almaku, our ancestor spirits, guide and help wisdom spirits from the spirit world, opening ourselves to receive all of that, and charge ourselves up, to polish up our stardust, to empower our life force vitality. Every breath in, every breath out, releasing, using the gift of our awareness to notice any places in our energy pipes where there might be some cloggage or some constriction or some uptightness or some stuck energy or stagnant energy or clogged up pipe. Just noticing, scanning. And noticing when we hold an intention for healing and being present mindfully in the moment, we notice when that breath of life comes in. Like a traffic cop, we can direct that energy, that life force energy that flows in with the breath, to the places of congestion or cloggedness or tightness or inflammation. And we just send in that healing, a flow, visualize a flow of healing, light, warmth, energy flowing to where it needs to go, dissolving the knots of tension, untying the knots, releasing energy that doesn't serve our wellness, our peace of mind, our happiness, our access to the infinite creativity that's all is available to us. Breathing in, gratitude, thank you. Grace grows where gratitude flows. Want more grace in your life? Give more thanks to what you have, and opens the doorway for more to come through. Gratitude for this breath, gratitude for this day, This is the day that we're given opportunity to live our lives, to live our values, and in and through all our relationships, remembering everything that happens, whoever we're with, not by accident. Spirit's always present. There's always opportunity to create that interaction, that situation into a healing one. And it's entirely dependent on us, not what the other person does. So sending out with the empowerment of that light flowing in from Father, Son, which comes from Great Spirit, empowering our lives to show up, do our part on this day that we're given to live, to be channels for healing light and love out into the world. May it be so. Oh,
may it be so. Thank you.
Yeah.
May it be so. Thank you. Thank you. Good stuff. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you to our ancestors in the spirit world. And yeah, lots of love to each of you and your relatives and all our relations.
Oh.